Hi everybody. Welcome back to Jenkins Boat Works. I am Chuck Jenkins. In this episode, we are going to start working on our Jarvis board, a San Marcos. It's 11-foot stand-up paddleboard. We had bought the bones, cut-out pieces for this stand-up paddleboard and without any directions. And so we are starting to put the puzzle pieces together. There are some other videos, especially from Jarvis Boards, that are quite helpful, and some other people that I've looked at on YouTube that are building the same or similar boards. And so that's been a help to me because this is my first paddleboard. But as you may know, we've done numerous other projects and we have a lot of experience with cedar strip construction. So most of the trick today is figuring out how all these pieces fit together to make the skeleton. So I think I've got it figured out, at least to start, and that's what we're gonna do. So we're glad you're here and looking forward to this project. This should be a lot of fun, and I'm very impressed with the kit, the bones that I've gotten in the mail. And so anyway, would you consider subscribing? And if you're interested in this project, you might click the little bell down below so that you get notifications about future videos. I'm actually getting to this a little faster than I thought I was going to. We're still in the middle of summer. So anyway, we're glad you're here. Let's jump in. All right, so we've unboxed these pieces from Jarvis Boards, and I figured out that this is the center line. It's in 3 pieces. So we're gonna have to make a joint here and here. And I also figured out that the long, thin pieces over on this side over here are the sides. And each one of those, there's 2 of each of those pieces. So those are gonna have to be scarfed together as well. But we'll start by doing the center line. And I want to lay out these other pieces, and I think I've got this figured. There's a little number 1 up here, and that must be the back of the board, because up here at 18, there's an 18 on this one. That's pointier, and it looks like the board's more shallow this way. I'm not positive about that, but I'm pretty sure that this should be the front and that should be the back. So I'm gonna take these pieces here. Now some of these are numbered as well. So like here's one that says 18 on it. So I'm figuring that matches up with that 18. Now that one says 17, and it seems pretty wide. We'll sort these out, see if we can get it to look like it should. I was at Lowe's just buying some stuff, not wood, but I always go and look in the at the cedar deck boards, and I found these 2. They're 8 foot, and they're really clean. Like, there's no knots in them at all. So I had to buy them. And so we may use some of these. They're the actual deck boards. They're not treated. They're 1 inch exactly thick. So we may take them down to 3/4. And then, man, that's pretty. Smells good too. Those are really nice. All right, let's see if we can make heads or tails out of this. There's 18. Here's 17, 3, 6, 16, 4, 15, 'Yeah, I think that's going to be right because it looks like it's got a finer entry, more narrow up there at the front, and then it really tapers off fast at the tail of it. So, yeah, pretty sure that's how that works. All right, so I'm pretty sure that's the order they go in. And it's upside down at the moment. And it's got a big bend in it up there, but I don't care about any of that. Something I noticed and how you can tell if you've got them right is these are flush. Where they sit down in there. These little grooves or slots are cut just exactly right so that they lay right down in there flush with each other. So, man, that's cool. We're already getting a shape of what it's probably going to look like. All right, we're going to glue the spine together because I'm convinced that we've got this part right. I want to try to flip these over. Just going to hold this like right on here maybe. I'm becoming more convinced that's the way that's supposed to go. Okay. This table's not exactly the right height, this back table. I think we're going to take the canoe up here and use the strong back. But we really get a look at what this is going to look like. So I was able to flip all these over. So see, this would be the part you stand on, the top. It's got those little pegs, those little stands, so the whole thing can stand up. So clearly we're going to want to do this side first. All right, so I've tried to put these rails on here, and I took some of my smaller clamps and just took the plastic ends off, and I'm able to grab onto those little tabs like that. And this does say number 1 up here where the rest of it says number 1. But I'm a little bit troubled by the fact that that's that much longer. Similarly, I got the same thing going on back here, where it seems like it's considerably longer. But of course, it's going to bend around there. I tried to bend that one around and put it in there, and I heard a little crack, like the wood was splitting. So I stopped. See, that looks wildly longer. Just not quite sure what we're supposed to do on those ends. I just got this little piece of wood on here to hold the thing down because it got heavy on the other side. But I'm pretty well convinced, it seems to follow the lines right, so I'm pretty well convinced that I could probably go ahead and glue up those rail pieces. See, those have got to be scarfed together, see where that clamp's holding that. All right, we'll do the middle first, we'll get it glued up and then reassemble. Okay, I want to make some pieces to glue these together with, so we're just going to put little pieces on each side, on the underside and on the top side. And I've got this other Okumi plywood I just have laying around from some other projects. So I've got it set underneath there. It's not quite to this edge, so that's fine. And I'm not impeding this slot over here. So I'm just gonna draw a line here. I'm gonna stop right there because I'm not gonna come up into this slot either. So let's make a little mark right here. And then we'll just come straight on down there. Take it over to the bandsaw and cut it off. So that's gonna go toward number 1. All right. There's a good chance I can use this scrap for the other side when I glue the other part. Okay, now we made that say to go to number 1 that way. So that's good. Let's glue it up. I'm gonna use some tight bond number 3. I'm gonna put some on this edge, hopefully we'll get a little glue joint there. All right. I think I'm just going to put some weight on that. Got a little leftover piece of lead from when I was fixing the center board in the Haven. All right. Well, this one we got to be cool with because we've only got this much room to work with. I'm not going to come past this slot. So about as much as I can get out of it right there.
I don't want to get in this slot, right? So putting this thing on here and kind of eyeballing it. And then I thought, you know, I'm just going to take this over here, make sure that it's not impeding that slot. And then I draw a line on here, right there. Then I know I can put it all the way up to there. Those are flush. And then I should be able to put that on there and just glue that on there. Too much glue on there, I can't see my line. Brilliant. It doesn't take much of this type on. I got too much on there. Let's put a little on this edge first. I gotta wipe that off. Let's wipe some of that off of there. All right, that should be good. I like that I got a little squeeze out there. That's wonderful. You know, put a little weight on that, we should be good. If you like the video, remember to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.